Hi, my name is Chris Kemp and I'm the CEO and founder of Ingenuity. And these are my biggest lessons. Use adversity to your strength. I was diagnosed with dyslexia when I was 10 or 11 years old, and this meant that I went off to boarding school at a young age. While I found that quite hard and always found education tricky, it helped me understand from a young age that I was a little bit different and that I didn't learn in the same way as others. For me, this has actually been the biggest strength for me in business. And while I enjoyed my days at school, I couldn't wait to get out into the big wide world. The reason for this was that I knew that I wouldn't be judged on what my exam results were, but I'd be judged on actually, do I have the ability to build something? Can I be successful? And what I learned quite quickly was that actually selling was the place that I really wanted to be. I loved working with people. I would say I am a people person, and people obviously always say that people buy people. And so for me, actually understanding my, I suppose, weakness in dyslexia has always been a big strength for me, because I haven't been obsessed about reading and writing. I've been obsessed actually about how I can help people and how I can develop a business and how I can play to my strengths. And I think that's really, really important in business, that you understand who you are and that therefore you can work in a way that suits you. So while dyslexia is often viewed as a weakness, I think a lot less nowadays. For me, it's always been a key strength. And while in an early age people would kind of knock you for that, it also gave me the motivation to want to succeed and prove that I could build something that was a place where other people would want to work for. And it gave me great motivation to actually build out a business over the last 20 years or so. Build a proper network and maintain that network. I think it's really important when you are looking to build an organisation that you don't see relationships as something that are short term. You really try and invest in those relationships, and that you really make sure that you continue to go back to people that you've met over the years and help them and connect them to different people. It's something that I've always tried to do. I spent lots of time continuing to kind of talk to my network, to build out relationships and to introduce those people to other people might help them in business. I think you can't underestimate the importance of this. I think particularly nowadays people rely a little bit too much on LinkedIn and staying in contact with people digitally, and actually going out and talking to people and running events and hosting dinners is a really, really important way to continue to build your business out. And you only continue to learn by meeting new people across different networks. Build and empower your team. Ingenuity was set up 18 years ago, and that's allowed us to have a number of brilliant people come through the business. What I've always tried to do is empower people in the organisation to take on more responsibility. We have 8 or 9 divisions now that we've created over those last 18 years, and lots of those are run by people that have been in the business for a long period of time. For me, it's always been crucial that they've had the opportunity to take more on and to be empowered to build out the business and create teams within them. If you empower these people, in return they will give you great loyalty, but they also will be allowed to achieve what they're looking to achieve within the structure you've created, rather than going elsewhere and looking for different opportunities. And that's been really, really important to us, is having future leaders that stay within the business, because you can actually build a culture. Take risks and try new things. Ingenuity's evolved a lot as a business, and that's been down to the fact that we've been able to create new divisions and create new services. In turn, this has allowed us to be a far better organisation. We started life very much as a business development company working in one particular area, but we soon learned that we had an opportunity to try and do something around the event space by bringing agencies and brands together. This was in turn one of the best things we ever did, because it increased our network, it allowed us to meet new people, and it allowed us to really understand the challenges that brands had. Off the back of that, we've then been able to create new divisions. We've worked with consultancies, with brands, helping them understand the changing landscape and helping them select the best agencies for their future needs. And that has been really, really important to me, the ability to try something new and to see how something works. It doesn't always work out as you planned. We've had many failed examples of that. But what we've learned is that if you do have the ability to try things, see them through, learn from your mistakes, has been absolutely crucial. I've also looked in terms of opening new offices. We have an office in Manchester and we have an office in Leeds. That diversity of talent has been absolutely crucial to our success, and it's allowed us to keep and maintain people in the business who have wanted to move to those new locations and have wanted to be part of something new and entrepreneurial. So the ability to actually take those risks and make change will always see you in good stead. And the ability to realise when something's not working is don't be ashamed about that and either try something different or just put a stop to something. But it's all about change in business, and it's all about evolving what you do. And if you have that ability to do that, you'll be successful. Be honest about what you're good at. I think it's crucial to really understand what you're good at in business. And while that would change over years, I think it's crucial that you're honest to yourself about what that is. For me, I've always been about building a business through relationships, working closely with my team, and having the ability to talk to my clients and really understand their challenges. Far too many CEOs look at business books and feel that they should be involved in a certain way in the business. And I think it's crucial that you play to your strengths. If you think about COVID and the challenges that everyone had, for us, one of the big things was that we had the ability to talk to all of our clients very quickly and that we had the relationships with those clients. A lot of people talk about being on the business rather than in the business. And being a CEO, you must sit above everything. And while I think that's true, and that you need to have a real appreciation of everything that's going on, from your people, from your culture, from your numbers, from your processes, I also think it's crucial that if your strength is people, and that your strength is working with teams, that you spend a good amount of time playing to those strengths. So don't be scared to identify what your strengths are, and then have the ability to bring other people around you that are brilliant at the things that you're not so good at. Be that finance, be that HR, be that operations in general. Build the right team around you and be honest with yourself what you do like doing and what you don't like doing. Because the honest truth is, if you spend lots of time doing things that you're not good at, you won't succeed and you won't enjoy what you're doing. And that will come through in the culture, and that will come through the way that you develop the business.